Italy. Simply saying the name evokes the sights and sounds of some of the world's most celebrated art, music, architecture, food, and fashion. From its grand island city on the coast to its medieval walled mountain towns, the entire country seems to pulse with a vital mix of history, culture, and passion. Even the language strikes a romantic chord, with places like Bassano, Cittadella, Castelfranco Veneto, and Venezia. Italy's heart is one that has beat through the ages. It's unsurprising then that Italy is the undisputed trendsetter for jewelry design and one of the world's largest exporters of gold and silver jewelry. In fact, jewelry from this region dates back to 200 BC. Italy's modern jewelry industry combines the craftsmanship of the old world with the high technology of the new to create brilliant results. Made in Italy is more than just a trade stamp. It's a point of pride and a way of life.
Buongiorno. We're Linda and Al Torrington from Knowles Jewelry in Minot, North Dakota. We're here in Italy, home of beautiful jewelry and fantastic scenery.
As a master IJO jeweler, Knowles Jewelry travels the world to visit the source of the diamonds and jewelry we sell. Our destination for this trip is the Veneto or Venezia region of northern Italy. Its population is the 5th largest of Italy's 20 regions, and it's the 8th in size. From the mountainous peaks of the Dolomites in the north to the coasts of the Adriatic Sea, Veneto is diverse in geography and rich in industrial development. Its true wealth, however, is found in its cultural and historic heritage, beautifully symbolized by the region's capital, Venice. For the moment, we're only passing through this city of bridges on our way to the northern hills and the province of Vicenza. Vicenza is the heart of Italy's gold and silver manufacturing district. The quality of jewelry produced by the companies headquartered in the surrounding cities and towns is recognized around the world. Our first stop is the city of Bassano del Grappa. Bassano was founded in the foothills of the Venetian Pre-Alps by Romans of the 2nd century BC. The symbol of the town is a wooden-covered pontoon bridge on the Brenta River, known as the Ponte degli Alpini. The bridge was designed in 1569 by the architect Andrea Palladio. Palladio is famous for popularizing the classical-inspired style of villas spread throughout the countryside. The streets of Bassano are teeming with hundreds of years of history. 14th century churches, palazzos, piazzas, and the Cathedral of Duomo all share space with modern structures. We're here to visit one such building, the design center and factory of a major exporter of Italian jewelry. The host for our trip, Arabella Italia, has arranged this very special opportunity. Like many jewelry makers in Italy, this facility is family-owned, and their success is built upon generations of experience. Being a traditional Italian jewelry manufacturer, some of their most popular products are gold and sterling silver chains. The secret to the quality and durability of Italian chains is the world-class machinery that makes them and the skilled Italian technicians that engineer them. Before the machines can work their magic, however, the metal must first be prepared. Solid gold or silver is heated in a crucible. Once in a molten state, the metal can be poured into molds for ingots, rods, sheets, and other shapes. For chain making, metal rods are slowly drawn through a series of dies to create spools of wire. The wire must be heated and stretched using a variety of methods until the desired length and gauge is achieved. The spooled wire is then fed into the chain-making machine. The machine bends, curls, and cuts the wire to create a sequence of ringlets. The size and shape of the ringlets varies depending on the pattern needed for the chain being created. Specific machines are required for different types of chains: Figaro, box, rope, wheat, and many other chains are all made using mechanisms like these. Certain types of equipment can even carve shapes or messages on the chains. The latest models utilize lasers to carry out precise operations. Like the artists and innovators of Italian history, the imagination and ingenuity of the craftsmen who devised these machines is seemingly unlimited. Once the wire has been worked into chain, additional steps may be required. Some chains are run through a powdered solder bath and heated on a conveyor oven to solder and close any open links. Other chain styles require a process called ice diamond cutting. Wet chain is spooled onto a rotating lathe and chilled until it's covered in ice. The cutter can bevel the edges or create patterns on the surface of the chain. The name comes from the mirrored, diamond-like finish that is the end result. Inspection of the chains is done often and with the utmost care. Though automation is used for the most repetitive tasks, quality control and fine detail work must be done by hand to ensure the perfect piece of jewelry.
Italian manufacturers use technology and craftsmanship to make the world's finest chains.
Today's Italian chains are not limited to traditional metal colors like yellow and white. This factory is using a special process to create chains in a rainbow of color options. One can't help but think of the famous glass makers of the Venetian island of Murano, who have been fabricating colorful glass creations since the 10th century. Architects, jewelry designers, and glassmakers are all part of Italy's deep artisan tradition. Traveling between destinations, we are reminded of the country's enduring heritage as we pass through towns in Vicenza and nearby provinces. Marostica is famous for its magnificent walls high on the hills that offer a breathtaking view of the city below, including the checkered public square, where a human chess game is carried out with living pieces. Asolo, with its mountain perch, is known as the City of 100 Horizons and is home to a 12th century castle, Oroca, and numerous churches, museums, and other priceless treasures. Everywhere we look is a reminder of Italy's living history. Like the shifting tide of history, jewelry making in Italy is an ever-changing art, a blending of old and new. Another workshop we visited in Vicenza embodies this idea with their unique contemporary jewelry collections, including an internationally popular men's jewelry line. Their designs are made not only of gold and silver, but also alternative metals and materials like titanium, tungsten, stainless steel, and silicon. New materials require new methods like laser engraving and computer-aided design and manufacturing, where an entire piece can be visualized virtually and prepared for production. In this single factory, you'll find traditional milling machines in one corner and cutting-edge laser welders and 3D printers in another. We even saw one of the oldest techniques, lost wax casting, still playing an important role. The principles of this practice were used by ancient civilizations thousands of years ago. Individual wax pieces are made using rubber molds and combined on a sprue base to form what's known as a tree. The tree is placed in a flask that is filled with plaster. When hot liquid metal is poured into the hardened model, the wax burns out, and in its place are the small metal jewelry parts we require. Regardless of the advancements in technology, it can only be part of the story. Skilled craftsmen and craftswomen are required to assemble the final piece. Whether attaching a clasp or polishing the metal to a radiant luster, great care and attention to detail are a must. As they have for centuries, the Italians take great pride in the innovation of their designs and the quality of their work. Visiting the jewelry manufacturers in Italy is not just a great educational experience, it's also a chance to get a sneak peek at their latest creations. Italian designers set the global trends, and Knowles Jewelry is privileged to not only see a preview of upcoming designs, but also to select from new pieces ready to be brought back to our store. As people who love jewelry, it's an exciting feeling we're happy to share with our fellow connoisseurs back home. As we leave Vicenza province, there's one last stop before our long return journey. We head toward the marshy shoreline of the Venetian Lagoon, to what some have called the most beautiful city built by man, Venice, or in Italian, Venezia. Founded in the year 421, Venice is built on a series of 118 small islands separated by canals and connected by more than 400 bridges. Venice is renowned for its architectural and artistic wonders, like the Piazza San Marco, with its iconic campanili and basilica, as well as the Doge's Palace. You can walk along the Grand Canal and cross the opulent Rialto Bridge with its many boutique shops. If you ride a gondola through the smaller waterways, a glimpse of remarkable bridges, buildings, and statues too numerous to count will be your reward. Venice could be considered the ultimate beacon of Italy's artistic and cultural importance, bursting forth light from antiquity through the Renaissance and beyond. Italy's gold and silversmiths, craftsmen, engineers, technicians, and jewelry designers are all a part of Italy's influential history and traditions. Each are artists in their own right and help to keep Italian jewelry on the cutting edge of style and fashion, where it has been for centuries. Our journey to the heart of Italy has been both illuminating and rewarding. We're thrilled to have brought a little of the country's romance back with us. Knowles Jewelry in Minot invites you to come see for yourself why jewelry that says Made in Italy is considered some of the finest in the world. Until next time, arrivederci.